Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of week 2. I cannot believe how fast the time goes. It is just zipping by. But I'm excited you're here and I can't wait to start on today's cards. But before I do that, I don't know if you remembered, it was National Tapioca Day yesterday, and I almost forgot. And that is one of Lane's favorite desserts. And we were both just kind of unwinding for the day. It was a little bit late, and I wanted some munchies or something. I asked Lane if he wanted some, and he's like, I'm more hungry than for some munchies. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what we're going to do about that. And then I came to my office, was working a little bit in here, and then it dawned on me. It was National Tapioca Day. That would take care of the munchies and his hunger, since it's his favorite. So I hurried and made it. It wasn't finished before it was today. But I started when it was National Tapioca Day, and I thought that counted. So I hope you're remembering to find something to celebrate every day. Life is so good, and it is just fun to have things to look forward to. And today is National Cherry Day, besides some other things. But I really enjoy cherries, and so I hope you pick up some cherries today or make a card with cherries on it, something to celebrate National Cherry Day. Okay, let's get it started for our Christmas in July, the last day, if you can believe it. We are going to start with this card right here. Do not open until December 25th. But before we get started, I am going to show you the supplies that we have used. Oh, excuse me. We're going to be using card cutout 181, and these are the large trees, and I've already got things cut out for us. We're also going to be using our little paper pieces, card cutout 194, and then our little splatter frames, card cutout 183. We'll be using those. And then we're going to be using our medium-sized tree today also. And it is card cutout 182. And then, I don't know about you, but I love the buffalo plaid, especially in the baby's breath. I could feel like I could put anything on it and it looks cute. So we're going to be using this card today, or this paper today, along with our new dotted stripes red wagon. So that's going to be fun with our ho 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 medium sized paper. So, okay, let's get started. Get the supplies out of the way. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've got a few of the pieces. Well, I've got most things already cut out for us. In your idea book, I do have the dimensions of this piece of paper that we're going to mount everything on. Let me just point it out. It is 3 3/8 by 4 1/4. So we'll be using that in just a moment. We have our splatters cut out. We have our little, all of the rest of our little pieces cut out as well. Now, I wanted to point out, when you're using the tree trunk, I leave just a little extra space there, so I have some place to adhere the trunk to my tree. So I think I will use mounting tape today. And you just need just a tiny little bit. Just going to put it up in that little extra space that I have. And I'm just going to place our little tree right on top there. I try and look at it to make sure my trunk is aligned with my tree so it feels straight. And then we're going to put a little piece on our star as well. I don't know if you've been getting in the Christmas mood, but I've had some other fun Christmas card ideas I can't wait to share with you. And I hope you will share with us. Don't forget to go to our Facebook page, Lasting Impressions, and then find our card camp group so we can see what you've been creating. I think it is so fun. So we have our little tree cut out. Let me just turn it for the camera there. And then this little sign, do not open till December 25th, is also found on the same card cutout as our paper piecing. I cut these out because I felt like they looked like little pieces of washi tape. And so I put those on, trying to create that same effect and interest. But I'm going to wait to put those on until we have the rest of our things mounted, because you can see this overlaps and it'll make it easier for us. So the next step I'm going to do, and I am just doing this with adhesive. It doesn't need to be mounting tape. And it just has a little tiny border, but it helps to offset it when you put it on this paper that is a little bit busier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mount this on here as well. And I'm just doing it with my regular double-sided tape as well. I'm not worrying about adding any extra dimension. So you want to center that on your card. And then I already put mounting tape on my little Christmas tree. So I'm going to go ahead and position it. Now, something that is really just a style thing, and you can decide what your style is and how you want it to be, but I like things to break the edge a little bit, so it's just gives it a little more interest in your shapes. Okay, and the do not open till December 25th. I did not use any mounting tape for that either. So we'll just get that positioned. And now that we have our main elements, we will be able to take our little pieces, our little paper pieces, and I do want to add mounting tape for those because I think that little bit of pop makes a big difference on this card. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some mounting tape. And we'll do this one first. I just love how this card's coming together. I think it is such a fun use of the different papers. I love how this separates it from the background and draws more attention. And just one more little strip here. And I tuck it so it goes under the star a little bit. But you can see those card cutouts make it so fun and easy. And of course, you could rearrange it any way you like, because I know you guys are so creative. I can hardly wait to see what you're creating. So, a fun way to get us in the Christmas mood. And we have one other card we're going, well, actually we have a little surprise. There's two cards, but we have one that we, that's in your idea book, and it introduces a little bit of crafting, which I always like to craft as well. I hope you guys like it too. Okay, I think this card is so fun, and I just have to tell you the backstory of it a little bit because it just makes me laugh as I remember. So my sister and I like to get together and paint, and we're just kind of fiddling. We don't really know how to paint, but we like to find things online and just follow along with them. And so we found, well, usually my sister likes to find the things to paint, and then we just both paint it together. So she found this really cute painting. It was where you paint buffalo plaid and you paint a Christmas tree on it. And we honestly had so much fun. But she could not paint enough of them. Each time she's like, oh, I'm going to try it this way next time. Or I'm going to try this. I bet you we painted 8 paintings of the same Christmas tree. And it just got to be, and finally I said, I am not painting another Christmas tree. But I think I did after that even. But we just had so much fun. But as I was getting ready for camp, and we had our new Christmas trees, these don't look anything like our painting Christmas trees. But the idea was inspiring me that maybe we should try painting on our cards a little bit. So I thought, what better time to try than at camp? So let's do it. And you guys are getting to know me maybe too well. I don't know. But I'm just really rather simple and like to just do the quick and easy way. Life is busy and it's hard to find time to do everything we want to. So I already have my trees cut out and my little sentiment. So the thing we really need to concentrate is our painting. And I don't know if you had seen this or noticed. This is just a little bit of hand painting that I have done on the buffalo plaid. So that is what we're going to focus on today. Now you may have a paint palette or something fancy, and I do, but it's big. And so when I'm just doing a little project like this, sometimes I'll use a kitchen plate. Sometimes it's just whatever is handy that I can grab. And I am just using the craft paint. It doesn't have to be fancy. I'm just going to squirt out a little bit. Now today I am just doing it on paper because that is what I had close at hand. But I did want to do it on something that I could see my paint on, because one of the secrets is we're going to do a dry brush effect. So I'm just dabbing my little paintbrush. Now I'm using a sponge brush, but you could use a paintbrush, whatever you have handy. And see how it kind of gets lighter and lighter? That's what we're going for. It's just that really kind of light brushed look. So, and if you start with a little bit, it's always easy to add more. And if you get a little too much on, it's okay. You can come back and scrub it in a little bit more. So I am just trying to keep like 1.5 squares to 2 squares not painted. And if it gets a little uneven, I think that's kind of what makes it cute. So if you notice, I kind of start in the middle of my card and work my way out. And I think the uneven edges are cute, so don't worry about making everything perfect. And then I switch it and go in both directions. Now you can see my edges got a little bit thicker there. No worries. That is the thing we have to remember, is we are just having fun. We're learning new techniques. And these are just a cute little painting technique that they always turn out cute. You don't have to do it perfect. I think that's what makes it fun, is because we can just have fun doing it and not worry about perfect. So I think I want it to be a little darker still. So I'm just kind of going back and forth. You don't want to be, like, it could be a tendency to add a little bit of water to your paint because you want it to have that thin look. But the secret is we want to just keep our brush sort of dry, because if you have too much water, since we're using this on paper, it will warp your paper and that won't be as cute. So I think we have a pretty good little splattering here of our paint. And now we just want to let that dry for a second. Luckily, the craft paint dries really fast. And since we're using a dry brush effect, it really is just a little bit tacky still, but it's getting close. Now, you could try this on other papers as well. In fact, while it's drying, let me show you what else I did. This is our little bit of surprise. So I really like mixed media, but I really haven't explored or played with it very much. And because I seem to be surrounded by paper, that is mostly what I use. So I took some scraps out of just my little scrap bin and tried to find things that coordinated, but I wanted to just try a little mixed media effect. So I cut all my pieces. Let's see if I can tell you. This is a big ruler. So this piece here in the back is about 5 inches by 1.5, 1 5/8. So that's the green stripes. This little square sitting on top, 1.5, just shy 1.5, but 1.5 would be fine. By 1 1/16, so 1 would be fine. And then this little piece that I cut the notch out of, it looks like it's 4 3/4 by an inch. So that just kind of gives you some dimensions idea of the sizes of paper. And then I had a really fun idea, and that is our paper, our happy birthday on natural canvas. It was in my scrap bin as well. And so I just cut out one of the little happy birthday phrases. As you can see, there are a lot of phrases on here. There's a lot of happy birthday messages you can send if you don't use that as your background. Anyway, you know, I think this could be cute too with the white painting technique on it. So I got that all done. I added my happy birthday, and it looks cute like that. But you know, I couldn't resist. I love our new flowers, and I think it's card cut out. Let me look here. The white one is $169 and the pink one is $165. And if I position my petals just right, you can see the happy birthday to you. I've added, and I did use mounting tape for that. And then I've added just some double-sided tape, and I want to tuck it in behind. So I just used my stylus. You could use scissors, whatever, to kind of tuck that. I pulled this apart because I wanted to show you, and I think I lost all of the stickum. So I'm just adding some double-sided tape to my mounting tape. But I thought if I didn't put the message on it, look how cute it would be to have a couple of flowers. So you can see you could have lots of fun. Oh, but I skipped a step. Before I added the flower, I just took the same dry brush technique and just painted over everything. Let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. So I just took my dry brush and brushed over everything. I included the flowers. I tried to hold it. I had already cut it out, and I tried to hold it with my thumb like this, and then did the dry brush technique just on the little petals, because I wanted to keep the brightness of the center of my flower. And I did the same things with the leaves. I just added just a little bit to kind of make it all blend together and have the same. I did ink the edges of the cards, the little pieces before. I don't know if that really added much, but you can try it and see what you think. But as I painted, the edges really had the white paint stick there. You can see it on this happy birthday. I did add that after I had painted because I wanted to use mounting tape. And that is another technique. If you are using, you just want to have a flat card that you're going to be doing the dry brush on, because you don't want the brush to catch the edge of your paper. So I had it happen a little bit as I was doing this, but you can just flatten it out if it's just flat to start with. But I was afraid with the mounting tape it would be too much, so I added the happy birthday later. But you can just see, we're going to have a lot of fun, I think, exploring this technique and using it in different ways. So, okay, I think our card is dry now. And we just have the easy part left. We are just going to add our trees. Whoa! I love these little trees. I think to have all 3 sizes makes them really fun. And I think we're going to have some more ways to use them coming up. So I'm excited to share some more thoughts I've had with you. Let's see if I can position these. So the thing I have loved, and the thing that I think makes our frame cutouts, and especially our new splatter frames, I love how they kind of create a background with some boundaries for the main focus of our card. Now, you don't always need them, but sometimes it helps just a little bit in your design to feel like it's finished. And so I think they're a fun way to do your card. But look how cute that just frames those trees and how they really pop now on that buffalo plaid. I'm just going to go ahead and now add our little message, our little sentiment here. Oh, Christmas tree. Now remember, you could use any sentiment, or you wouldn't even need to have a sentiment. And I just thought about this. If you didn't put the stars on, I think it could be a masculine. You could add a happy birthday or whatever. It's just a cute card in the forest. Cute forest card. So there you have it, a new technique to create a painted background. I hope you've enjoyed camp this week. I know we sure have, and excited for next week. Well, it's not next week, but our next week of camp. So happy camping, and we look forward to seeing you then. Oh, don't forget, remember to post on Facebook. We want show and tell. We want to see what you're doing. And if it's not a Christmas card or another Christmas card or other varieties of cards, we want to see. So don't forget to post. Happy camping!